Hello, my darling. Before we start, please show your love by hitting that subscribe button. Your support truly means the world to me. Don't forget to subscribe this video so I can continue creating more content filled with care and love, all for your health and happiness. Your smile is my ultimate motivation, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. Thanks with love, let us get started. In both America and Europe, millions struggle with weight gain, and most people believe it's because they're eating too many calories or too much fat. But that's only half the story. The true culprit, silently adding inches to your waistline, refined starch and processed sugars. These modern addictive foods are engineered to digest quickly and pack in extra calories, often without you even realizing it. But once you learn what these ingredients are doing to your metabolism, it becomes clear that it's not just about cutting calories. It's about making smarter food choices. Every donut, slice of white bread, and sugary breakfast cereal is sneaking extra fat into your body, not because they're high in fat, but because they're converting into sugar as soon as they hit your bloodstream. And guess what? Your body stores that excess sugar as fat. The refined starches in many of today's processed foods have become the leading cause of obesity in America and Europe. In this video, we'll expose the hidden dangers of refined starch, explain why it wrecks your metabolism, and show you how to fight back and finally shed stubborn fat for good. What starch really is, and why it was never the problem. Starch is a natural carbohydrate that plants produce to store energy. It's present in foods like beans, sweet potatoes, and brown rice. In its natural form, starch is healthy. It breaks down slowly, fueling your body with steady energy and keeping you full for longer. For centuries, traditional diets based on whole starches kept people in Europe and America lean and strong. But here's the twist. Refined starch is not the same. When processed, starch loses its fiber, vitamins, and minerals. And what's left behind is a fast-digesting, high-calorie substance that spikes blood sugar levels and triggers fat storage. In fact, refined starch behaves more like pure sugar in your bloodstream. So every time you pick up that white bread or bowl of processed cereal, you're unknowingly setting your body up to store excess sugar as fat. How starch was supposed to fuel you and how it now makes you fat. Carbohydrates, like starch, are supposed to be your body's premium fuel. They break down into glucose, which is used by your muscles, brain, and heart for energy. However, when you eat refined starch, it disrupts your body's natural energy system. Instead of providing slow, steady energy, it creates a sugar flood that causes your blood sugar to spike dramatically. Your body, in turn, releases insulin, a fat storage hormone, that rapidly stores the excess glucose as fat, especially around the stomach, hips, and thighs. These constant blood sugar crashes leave you feeling tired, hungry, and craving even more refined foods. It's not about lacking willpower. It's about how your metabolism has been hijacked by foods that are designed to make you crave more. This is how refined starch becomes a major fat-storing culprit in both American and European diets. How plants naturally store energy and why that matters. Plants store their energy as starch, a healthy form of carbohydrate, in their roots, seeds, and stems. Think of foods like sweet potatoes, corn, and rice. When you eat these foods in their natural, whole form, they provide sustained energy without the side effects of refined foods. Whole, unprocessed starches come packed with fiber, which slows digestion and ensures that glucose is released gradually into the bloodstream. This process is key for maintaining steady energy and preventing fat storage. But when the food industry processes these starches, by stripping out fiber and nutrients, they become a quick-digesting substance that spikes your blood sugar and triggers fat storage. So when you opt for refined products like white flour or polished rice, you lose the health benefits of whole starch, making it harder to maintain a healthy weight. The big carbohydrate structures you need to know about. In simple terms, polysaccharides are just long chains of sugar molecules. Two well-known examples are starch, found in plants, and glycogen, stored in animals, including humans. In its natural form, starch digests slowly, providing long-lasting energy without causing fat gain. But once starch is refined, it breaks down too quickly and behaves like a sugar bomb in your body. This rapid digestion creates blood sugar spikes that lead to fat storage and insulin resistance. The more you eat refined starch, the more your body becomes efficient at storing fat and less effective at burning it. Whole, unrefined starches, like those found in legumes, whole grains, and vegetables, are your allies when it comes to maintaining a healthy body weight. How tiny molecules create big fat problems. Each starch molecule is made of glucose units, sugar molecules linked together in long chains. When these chains are intact, as in whole foods like potatoes or brown rice, digestion is slow and blood sugar remains stable. But in refined foods, these chains are broken down, causing glucose to flood into your bloodstream quickly. For example, a slice of white bread or a bowl of processed cereal can cause a faster blood sugar spike than a spoonful of sugar. The body responds by releasing large amounts of insulin to store that glucose. If glucose storage capacity is full, the excess is stored as fat, particularly around the belly. Refined starch, therefore, is one of the biggest hidden contributors to obesity, especially in Western diets like those in the US and Europe. Natural starchy foods that help, not harm, your body. Not all starchy foods are bad. In fact, many of the best weight loss foods are rich in natural, unprocessed starch. Foods like sweet potatoes, quinoa, lentils, and brown rice provide steady energy, are nutrient-dense, and help balance blood sugar. They digest slowly, keep you full for longer, and are packed with fiber, minerals, and vitamins. These foods promote healthy digestion, improve gut health, and support muscle recovery after workouts. The trick is to stick to whole, plant-based foods that are as close to their natural form as possible. Refined starches, like those in white bread, pastries, and processed cereals, however, strip away fiber and nutrients, making them calorie-dense and fat-promoting. What is refined starch, and why it's worse than you think? Refined starch is a processed version of starch that has been stripped of its fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Common examples include white bread, white rice, pasta, and sugary snacks. These foods digest extremely quickly, causing blood sugar spikes and triggering large insulin releases. The result? Fat storage. Not only do you gain fat, but you also feel tired, irritable, and hungry, again shortly after eating. Refined starch causes a roller coaster of energy levels, and frequent consumption leads to insulin resistance, a condition linked to type 2 diabetes. Identifying and eliminating these foods from your diet is key to breaking free from the fat-gaining cycle. Common foods full of refined starch you should avoid. Refined starch is hiding in plain sight in many foods Americans and Europeans eat every day. Bagels, pancakes, instant noodles, French fries, and pizza crust are all full of refined starch. Many healthier options, like low-fat muffins and granola bars, also contain refined starches. These foods are often marketed as meals, but they're packed with hidden sugars that spike blood sugar and create more fat storage. When you eat them regularly, insulin stays elevated and fat burning shuts off. The solution? Replace refined starch with whole grains and unprocessed starchy foods like quinoa, oats, or sweet potatoes. This simple change will dramatically improve your metabolism and promote fat loss. How to get rid of fat, the real blueprint. To truly get rid of fat and keep it off, you need to break the refined starch addiction. Cut out or drastically reduce foods made from white flour, white rice, instant products, and sugary snacks. Replace them with whole, natural foods, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, legumes, and healthy fats. Focus on fiber. It helps slow digestion, stabilize blood sugar, and keep insulin levels low, which unlocks fat-burning potential. Exercise is important, but fixing your food choices is 80% of the battle. Drink water instead of sugary drinks and move your body daily. Educating yourself about hidden sugars and refined starches will empower you to make better choices. Fat loss isn't about starving yourself. It's about restoring balance to your metabolism and using natural, whole foods to fuel your body. When you make these changes, fat loss will become inevitable and permanent. Darling, if you found this video helpful and beneficial, please hit that subscribe button with love. Thank you, darling.